You know what Twitter is. Don't make me explain it. Every internet-based company is going to experience outages every once in a while. But Twitter experienced 6 full days of downtime in 2007, and it didn't get much better for the next couple years. Quickly now, let's go through a couple examples of times the Twitter bird started to free fall. We've got that time they had too many little Twitterers in May of 2008, and in order to increase the capacity of the site, they ended up accidentally shutting the whole thing down. Also, in August of that year, the direct messaging feature was unavailable in the UK, all the way through January of 2009. I guess they figured the UK was small enough where if they couldn't use the direct messaging feature, they could just talk to each other. Michael Jackson's death in June of 2009 actually broke the site, slowing it down significantly as everyone was tweeting about the pop star. Gives a new meaning to Michael's little birds, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that means because Little Birds wasn't really a reference to anything specific. It's just people said he touched kids, right? That's in December of 2009, someone hacked into the site and replaced the welcome page with a green flag and text that attributed the hacking to the Iranian cyber army. Although Iran has never really claimed the attack. Probably because no one ever logs onto Twitter using the computer to look at their welcome page. To be honest, it's a pretty dumb thing to hack. Of course they didn't take credit for it. It's the kind of thing you'd blame on Karen from accounting. In November of 2010, many users were shown the fail whale as the site wouldn't load anything but user mentions. Props for naming the fuck out of your mistake, but like, you know, not enough to take away the sin. Ellen purposefully broke the site after the 86th Academy Award, shutting Twitter down for 20 minutes because of a selfie with, well, everyone people watched the Oscars for in the first place. To be fair, it was a pretty great selfie. Now, Twitter didn't only experience outages in their first few years. In fact, they were hacked so much that the Federal Trade Commission actually brought charges against them. It's the first time in history that the FTC stepped in over a social media site. Now, considering the FTC was created by Woodrow Wilson in 1914 to bust monopolies, they probably only did it out of sheer fucking boredom. In the past, Twitter has been pretty much my main news source, so you can imagine my surprise when I found out that the accounts belonging to the Associated Press, The Guardian, and other high-profile news outlets had been hacked in 2013, and I hadn't heard about any of it. Like, regular hacking isn't that scary. Hacking to put a green flag on a welcome page nobody visits isn't that scary. Secret hacking of news corporations, on the other hand, that's scary as fuck. There was also that one time Twitter allowed for the proliferation of images depicting the death of American journalist James Foley in 2014 after his family requested they remove the images. That's not even good joke material. It's just fucked up. There is an entire Wikipedia page solely dedicated to users who have been suspended from Twitter. And I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the whole thing. Some of these are sins because of how the person used the platform, and some are sins because Twitter unfairly removed them. I'll let you decide which is which. You ready? Courtney Love, widow of Kurt Cobain and mother of Frances Bean Cobain, had her account suspended in 2011 because she filed a defamation suit against Twitter itself. What a loveless act. George Zimmerman, the guy who's famous for being controversially acquitted of murder, was permanently suspended in 2015 because he posted revenge porn. Question: what exactly did he have to avenge, being as he was the one who was tried and acquitted of murder? You've probably heard this one before, but conservative activist Milo Yiannopoulos was permanently suspended from the platform in 2016 after being mean to Leslie Jones. So being mean is enough to get you suspended. Awesome. Thanks, Twitter. Good job. David Duke, renowned white supremacist, was temporarily suspended in 2016 because, you know, he's a white supremacist. Now, on the other hand, if he was a black supremacist, you know he would have been permanently removed. Ugh, racism. PewDiePie managed to get himself temporarily suspended after he pretended to be a member of ISIL in 2016. When are people going to get that this man is a memer? Is it the accent? Is it the blonde hair? Is it the obsession with purebred dogs? Tila Tequila was permanently suspended from Twitter in 2016 when she became a Nazi. What, did she think the alt-right was an alt-J cover band? Martin Shkreli, the guy who jacked up the price of AIDS medication to astronomical heights, was officially permanently suspended in 2017 for the sexual harassment of Lauren Duca. And you can believe that if you want, but we all know he was removed because he's a little bitch. When Rose McGowan started tweeting about Harvey Weinstein and his alleged sexual harassment of her and other women in the industry, her account was temporarily suspended. To be fair, she did tweet out a personal phone number, which is against Twitter's terms of service. But I guess, Weinstein violated her terms of service? Now, I didn't know about this one, but apparently Trump had his account temporarily suspended in 2017 because a Twitter employee wanted to have some fun on their last day on the job, so they suspended the president's account. You go, Glen Coco. While Twitter had a huge impact on the Arab Spring, the wave of revolutions that spread across the Middle East and Northern Africa thanks to the increased flow of knowledge social media sites like Twitter provide, they still managed to be the catalyst for strife in many a situation. For instance, 3 sisters in the United Arab Emirates were arrested by authorities for tweeting. What did they tweet that would be so awful the government had to arrest them? Well, the sisters simply tweeted, "I miss my brother." See, their brother had been convicted with a group of people who were supposedly trying to overthrow the government. The girls were held secretly without any reason or representation for 3 months before they were allowed to go back to their family. There's probably a great joke here about 3 Arab women walking into a bar, but I don't think they were allowed to do that either. Fun fact, Justin Bieber has more followers than President Barack Obama. Is it because he's white? You decide. I'm not sure exactly how I missed this one when it was happening, but apparently someone created a website called MileySaveFuzzy.com in October of 2009. The site claimed to be a fan who was going to kill and eat Miley's cat Fuzzy if Miley didn't come back to Twitter. Now, there's no proof of this fan actually eating a cat or anything like that. Miley said she wasn't coming back to Twitter, but now she has an active account. So did the hypothetical death of Fuzzy affect the vegan so deeply she compromised her beliefs to salvage his memory? Our thoughts go out to Fuzzy and his presumably furry family in this difficult time. Twitter is actually completely banned in Iran, China, and North Korea, so I'm gonna remove 3 cents from the count. See, if China, Iran, and North Korea all agree that something is bad, that means it's probably pretty good for the free world, you know? The immediacy of Twitter allows for information to spread rapidly. When natural disasters occur, it's an incredibly helpful tool to coordinate relief efforts and let families check in on loved ones who might have been affected. Unfortunately, the immediacy can also cause people to limit the initial fact-checking process in favor of being the first to break a story, leading to unproven headlines trending as though they are a fact. I'm not going to go into detail on this because there's no need to add fuel to a falsified fire, but you guys know what I mean. Be smart, think about what you're reading. And finally, Donald Trump has not 1, but 2 Twitter accounts, and they speak for themselves.